Welcome, I am the Moonchin King to me. You are all extremely creepy to me. My first fan art of the year has come. Well, it came quite a while ago, but I never bothered to make the video until now. What comes up in life for you? Comment your crimes. The first one of the year was by Matilda Gothica. I am laughing because most of her art, well, most of my art I have seen of me has been by Matilda Gothica. However, it's actually a 1-1 ratio at the moment. Here it is. The Funko Pop version 2. She did this, I think, because I suspect because of my comments on the first version, which happened to be the winner of my top fan art 2017/2018, as voted for by my subscribers, my Moonchins. The Moonchin King Funko Pop was crowned the winner. And I said I was surprised because Matilda Gothica has done a lot more. Well, she's done a lot of artwork for me, and I think that was only the third one she ever did. And I was saying she executed more, perhaps better, in the later artworks. If I were to choose Matilda's best, it would not have been that one, I don't think. It probably would have been the ghost one, or the grim one. But especially the ghost one. And there was another spooky one, and another spooky one. I like the spooky ones. But I think Matilda was determined to create an updated 2019 version. And I actually did a poll. Let me witness. I told Matilda Gothica I will make an Instagram poll to see which people choose. And she gave the thumbs up, of course. This one is quite different from the last. It looks like watercolors. But let's see the comparison. Let's see the results of that poll, shall we? 57% voted the 2018 version, and 43% voted this version. Well, it's not too bad, it's fairly close. But at the beginning I was worried that the first couple seemed all to be on this side, so it was 100% left the old version for a while. I think it was something like 3 votes to 4, so really not that big a difference, only 1 vote difference. But the point is that still the 2018 version of the Funko Pop was the winner, and Matilda failed at creating a superior version. Very ironic to you. Which one? Well, look, I like the stripe in the hat. This hat does not have a stripe, although neither does my actual hat, but still, I liked it. The glasses are definitely, I would say, superior. Well, maybe not, they're different, but I would say they're superior. I like this detail here. These are, I think these are the reflection on the glasses. Nice and black for me. The hat also is a bit more 3-dimensional in this version. You can see the underside of that brim, whereas the old version is just flat. Well, the outfits are very different. Well, it looks like I'm wearing jeans in both, but this one I'm wearing a dress on top, a red dress, and this one I'm just wearing I'm wearing a sweater and a red. Is that meant to be my scarf or is that a top? I think that's just a top. Um, this scarf looks like it went. It's not as bold as the rest of it, and I think the reason is because my scarf is pink and blue, not blue, black. And Matilda looks like she tried to incorporate that with the pinkiness, and then this black, but then it looks like a bit of a smudge, but it still gets the effect, I suppose. But the rest is a lot more bolder than the scarf. My face here is dark grey. My face here is light grey. My hands look pretty similar. I have a black strip for a belt with no buckle. Here I have my robe, rope. I don't know what to call it. My robe rope. I do have one here, which is black and that same reddy pinky color. You are very whippy to you. This one, I have really tiny triangle nose. This one I have a darker, bigger triangle nose. This one looks more like a pop head, I think, since it's kind of square or rectangular. This one, of course, is you don't really see the top of the head because the hat fits more, is more aligned on the top, whereas this is just flat. And you don't see the bottom of it either, the corners really. Although I do see a faint outline, I think, because the scarf is covering it, that's why we don't see the corners. But if I were to say which my favorite one is, I don't think I could actually. I'm thinking maybe people voted for the old version simply because it's bigger. That is a reason I think people might vote for it. Oh yes, these shoes or these feet are more, shall we say, realistic than straight left and right. Of course, people don't stand that way. People would stand more like this way. But in a pop version, no, I think that it would still be like this, to be honest. I wonder if there will be a 2020 version. But as it stands, the supreme Moonchin fan art ever is currently still my 2018 Funko Pop. Do you think Matilda incorporated more skills into this updated 2019 version? Tell me your thoughts on this. Give me your analysis. Give me your artistic expertise. I would be very interested to hear what you all think. Which version you think is the best. Because not everybody voted in the poll. In fact, some people I don't even know voted. And some people who don't vote, who don't comment on my YouTube voted. And many people who comment on my YouTube didn't vote in the poll. So it's only one portion of people on Instagram who saw it. This was given to me, well not given, but tagged on my Instagram. You can follow me at TheMoonchinKing. There, you can see it there. Can you like my new icons I have cluttering the screen? I think it looks nice for you. I received this 15th of January. The actual picture is much bigger, the new one. There's a whole paper, murky, greeny background, basically with this background. And it says the Moonchin King. It looks very cool, very murky. I look like a shadowy figure. Like maybe not an assassin, maybe a vigilante of some sort with this scarf. Very cool. But that was 15th of January, my first fan art of 2019. My second fan art of 2019. I was also tagged on Instagram the day after, 16th of January. This was by Dynamic Doggo. She has done, I believe, 2 pieces of fan art for me previously. The first one was the Ninja King, I believe. That was that did pretty well in the voting. And the last one before this was the very creepy one. I forgot what I called it. Let me see. Surely it is here. Ah, here it is. Happy 2019. I don't remember what I called it. I don't know what I called it. I don't know, but I thought it was fire coming out the eye, but Artsy told me it was not fire, it was blood. It was actually the last art I received in 2018, about an hour before midnight, before the new year, but then I couldn't, it was too late to put it into the contest, so that will be the first of next year's, well, this year's contest for fan art. I really liked it. Very cool. This is another one she did for me. Happy Thanksgiving to me. Yes, that was also by Dynamic Doggo. So this is the second one I received this year. Gender swap fan art for the Moonchin King. Hope it's good. It is very good for you, Dynamic Doggo Lovey. But what is the meaning of this? Gender swap. Immediately I was intrigued. But I was actually quite confused when I saw the picture because I thought initially that it was a mistake, that maybe she should have tagged somebody else. But I was mentioned and I was tagged, so I thought surely she did not make 2 mistakes on my account, so I'm pretty sure this was directed for me. Gender swap. I like that idea. However, this does need some explaining to me because I don't understand some of it. There is the hat. I get that reference, of course. However, do women only wear tiny hats, or do women only have giant heads? You answer me. You're not scared. You're unique, is what it says here. It's a bit difficult to read, but that's what it says. I'm looking at my phone. You're not scared. You're unique. I wonder where this quote came from. It certainly is not a quote of mine. I have never said that, so it must come from somewhere else. I wonder if Dynamic Doggo came up with this quote herself, or if it comes from a manga or a cartoon or a show or a film. Does it come from somewhere in particular, or did you make it yourself? I would be interested. You're not scared. You're unique. I would have thought you're not scary, you're unique would be more sensical, but you're not scared. You're unique. I would like some interpretation, please. If anyone has any idea, do tell me your thoughts. And then there's the chest, which says spook at the top and girls underneath, spelled with a U. Again, is this referencing something? Is this a reference to some line in a show or something? Or did you make this yourself? And what is the significance of this football? I'm pretty sure it's a football. but at the same time, this also looks like a football. Um, Although it looks like an elbow at the same time, so I'm not certain. Uh, is that her elbow or is that a football? Because I am confused. I don't see why it would be a football, but it looks pretty similar to what's on her chest. She's wearing short shorts, and I can see her belly button. That's what the female version of the Moonchin King would wear. And I see a checkered scarf here, so that is, I can see inspiration from me there for sure. It's a very tiny scarf, so everything with women is extremely tiny. Tiny hats, tiny scarves, tiny waists, tiny shoulders, and tiny arms. Extraordinary reveals. I wonder what nationality this is that you chose. It does look a bit like a manga, that's why I mentioned it, but I'm not certain. Very cutesy sort of portrayal. At first it looked like she had one eye, and the other had been slashed out from its socket. However, I think she is winking at you. So if that is the case, she is very cheeky woman to you. That is what the Moonchin would do to you. I think if you a good addition would have been sunglasses. Unless women are very afraid of sunglasses, but I thought they were very fond of them, to be honest. That's something I would have probably added, but then you can't see the wink, and then you can't see this massive eye. Very creepy eye to me, but it's done very good. What else could there have been? Well, gloves. Has she got gloves? Yes, she actually does have fingerless gloves. Yes. And she's doing a rock sort of pose, if that's what it is on this side. Is that a ponytail? Well, she hasn't got one on the other side, so I think that's meant to be a ponytail, not pigtails. So it looks like a cool design for sure. I wonder what her shoes look like. Trainers, heels, plim soles perhaps. Flippy floppies. Gender. I would actually be interested in seeing more gender swaps for the Moonchin King. I think that's what I would like to see more of, actually. It would be interesting to compare your different interpretations of genders of a female Moonchin, a Moonchin Queen, I believe a dynamic doggo said. Yes, a great idea. Thank you, Dynamic Doggo, for this tribute. If it actually is for me, and it wasn't a mistake times two. I don't think it was a mistake, but the inspiration is there, but it seems quite faint inspiration. Not totally in your face, not so obvious, but I would like to know the meaning of Spook Girls and the meaning of you're not scared, you're unique. Thank you, Dynamic Doggo. You are very extraordinary to you. Scream out to you! And thank you, Matilda Goffica, for this extraordinary reveal. I hope you stay with me, both of you. Farewell, my Moonchins. Take care, my Moonchins.